y'all. This is Sheila here in the hills of Virginia, and I got a treat for you, and it's concerning Mr. So we got permission. So we have his OT therapist. Y'all don't know what OT means? It means occupational therapist. So I kind of want to give you a heads up. I'm going to show what we do with Mr. He's doing this twice a week. So we've got Seth there.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Yep, I'm telling you, we call him Dr. Pain. Though it's not painful, but we just call him that, give him a nickname. But anyway, so he's going to be working, doing his regular things. I just wanted to do this and video this because this is so important for you that have had strokes out there and feel like that, hey, I don't see what this occupational therapist, what's this doing for me, but it is really helping Mr. out a lot. And so he's going to show what he does with Keith, and maybe yours does something different, but we're just going to go into the routine, what Seth does with Mr. for his occupational therapy. Have it away, Seth.
Good deal. Alrighty. Well, we'll go ahead and start stretching out your hands. This is called a tendon gliding routine. I'm just basically stretching out his fingers. Yeah. Now, it is a little bit stiff when we first get started. So we just got to go slow and gentle to start with. And then we get more into it. But this facilitates his muscles in his fingers. We're just getting them good and stretched out before we start. And then we'll do a couple grip strength exercises and pinch strength exercises right after this. So I'm just going back and forth with his fingers.
Now, Seth, what is this doing? I know you're stretching them out and kind of getting the soreness and getting them flexible, but what is this doing as far as him being a stroke patient? What is it sending signals to his brain?
Yes.
Is it?
So this is what we call a passive range of motion exercise, and a lot of what you'll see me doing today is a lot of these passive range of motion exercises, and we're basically just stretching it back and forth as the body normally would, but with his stroke, he's not able to do that himself normally. So we're just doing it manually with our hands, and that's kind of sending that mind to muscle connection.
Okay.
And sending a lot of pain.
And yep.
Oh, don't y'all listen. That's Mr. Baby over there. He touches something, he goes, ouch, ouch.
Yeah, usually when we first get started, it's a little bit stiff, a little bit sore. It'll cause a little bit of pain, but
Now, Seth, how long have you been doing this with Mr. now? How many weeks has it been?
Well, he is actually my first patient I've ever had. So I started this job working with home health, I believe, 2 days after I graduated from college. So I graduated from Radford University a couple months ago in their Occupational Therapy Assistant program, and he was my first patient I had out of college. I've been working with him, I guess, about probably 4 months now or so, I believe. Maybe close to 5. I don't know. I can hardly count. It's been since pretty much the beginning of May. But he was my first one I've ever had, and I'll tell you, it's just been a treat working with him and Sheila both. They're both just great people. Great people.
Now, have you seen... Hey, y'all, I got to wipe off my lens because I blew on it. It's kind of foggy now. But so, Seth, what I'm asking is, from the first time that you saw Mr. until now, can you tell those that are watching that are maybe stroke patients, has there been an improvement with him? Is it just the same old every week that you come, or kind of what's going on with that?
Well, absolutely. I'll tell y'all, every single week I come, I see improvement in him. When we first started with Keith, he could hardly move anything. Now he's got great finger movement. We'll show y'all here in a minute. He's got great finger flexion, finger extension. He's got some shoulder abduction now. Just overall, unless...
well, for those that don't understand, what is shoulder abduction? What do you mean by that?
The ability to raise your arm out to the side. I know, I'm using all these medical terms.
I know, we don't... That's okay. Well, that's good. So
I'll tell you, there's a fancy medical term for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately. But really, it's just raising your arm out to the side. But, he's made great improvement overall. Really, I'm just very proud of him. And we're on track to really good improvement.
Yeah, I've noticed a difference in them. I just want them to know what you have seen from the first time that you started working with Mr. until now. And it gives hope for those guys, gals, whoever has had a stroke, stay with it, work hard. And that's the key, is working hard. Not just waiting until your OT, your occupational therapist, comes, but it means in those in-between times that you continue working. And sometimes you feel like, man, this is getting nowhere. It is, because it is sending messages to the brain. And sometimes, you know, if you've had a stroke like Mr. had, and there was a clot, and they said he had a small stroke, but that small did an impact on his life. But it's rerouting the nerves and stuff. You know, you might have to take a detour around that clot, but it's given memory also to how he used to move. And that's why Seth works with him as well, is sending, you know, messages and making those memories.
Yep, that was beautifully said. And I'll tell you too, a lot of people with strokes or with anything, they'll feel as though they're not making much progress because they're with themselves all day. So it's kind of like watching grass grow for them. But we only come in, you know, I only come in twice a week. So every time I see him, I notice major improvements. So just stick with it. Just be patient with it. I know it can be frustrating. It can be challenging at times. But I mean, he's really making fantastic progress. He really is.
Mister, you think you're making progress?
Yes.
You might want to tell us, people, the stroke victims that are out there, stroke patients, you know, give your word about it and let them know how you feel, and because you're the one that had the stroke. So how are you feeling with the OT therapy? Slow.
And therapy is needed. It's a good thing, but it just, the body has its timetable, and you ain't gonna speed it. I mean, you stay on it like Sheila and I do 7 days a week therapy. It don't stop.
But you have to understand, when he said slow, to him it's like what Seth said, it's like watching, you know, the grass grow. Or another therapist said it's kind of like watching the hair grow on your head. You know, to him it is slow. To me it seems slow. But when we have a reassessment, and some of you are having a reassessment, so like say from last month to this month, they'll come in and go, my gosh, he's made such an improvement. So to them, they're seeing quick, what's the word I'm trying to say, quick improvement, you know. But to Keith, so don't get discouraged because he said slow, because to him, because he's wanting to get up and run around and grab things, and, you know, that's his desire. But you keep that desire. You keep that.
That's exactly right. So what I've got here is I've got a little grip squeezer tool. I just bought this off of Amazon a couple weeks ago, about $20, not much at all. But this is going to work on his grip strength. We just tie these little rubber bands around them. You can tie as many as you can, or as many as you need to, for depending on your strength level. But we're going to try and just get about 10 good squeezes out of him, okay? So I'm going to slip your fingers through here.
Now I want you to understand that when it all started, when it all began, that Keith was not able to pinch anything. He wasn't able to grip anything. I mean, nothing. So there's been a huge improvement. So as you see, he'll be able to, you know, squeeze it. I don't know if you can see, he's squeezing it.
He's squeezing it pretty good too.
See? So,
nice.
Hope, guys, y'all hold on. Don't give up.
That's exactly right. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see if we can get 2 more. That's looking really good. 9. More. Moss. 10. All right. Nice job. That looked really good. That was some of the best I'd ever seen him do that yet. So,
awesome.
I got that on camera too. That
Awesome.
looked really good. That looked fantastic. All right.
Don't y'all look at my mess back there. I haven't cleaned up yet, so. Y'all that know me, you know how I am.
Alright, so now we got our therapy clothespins. Normally I would be using this red one, but I have yet to fix it. I broke it last week. So we're going to have to use this yellow one instead today. But this is going to be working on his pinch strength. So let's see if we can get 10 good pinches in. your thumb on top of here.
And some of you that,
Feel okay?
what Mr. did was, when he didn't have that equipment, if you look at it, it looks like a huge clothespin. So Mr. started, getting our regular clothespin, so you can start out with that and trying to pinch it.
Really good. See if we can get 15. We'll do a couple more reps
And do it
since we're using a lot of clothes.
every day, guys, every day. Don't be discouraged. Please don't be discouraged. Keep it up.
Yeah, there's his normal clothespin. Normally uses. That's great too. Again, I just bought these off of Amazon. These were pretty cheap. It's about $10. These might have been too cheap. That's probably why this one broke.
Hey, it's all right.
I'll fix it later. Alrighty, so now we're going to get into our passive range of motion exercises. So this is when I'm going to be stretching out his shoulders, stretching out his elbows, stretching out his wrists. Again, facilitating that mind to muscle connection. Okay, so I'll get you laying back now. We'll do a couple of your shoulder exercises.
Now, maybe most of y'all don't have an electric chair, and this was a blessing. I got it for Mr. to help him even with his standing with his physical therapy. And we'll film that next time when he has
That's
physical
perfect.
therapy.
Alright, so we're going to be working on our shoulder flexion and extension first, which is basically a fancy term for moving the arm back and forth, okay? So here we go. Start out slow. Usually pretty stiff when we start, see not much movement right there, but we just got to keep working it. And you'll go a lot further.
And some of you caregivers, don't wait for your just OT person to come, and they can teach you and show you, like during the week, like some of these things that you're seeing now that you can do yourself. Now, Mr. has a pulley that we put on the door, and he will ride his little jazzy over there and put his hand in the little gripper, and then with the other hand, he will pull so he can stretch his arm straight up, which has also helped. They don't cost very much, and it would behoove you maybe to look into something like that.
Yep, that's exactly right. It's done wonders for him. It really has. Like Sheila said, that's typically the patients we see that make the most progress are the ones that not only work when we come for therapy, but work during the week as well. So as much as you can, moving as much as you can, and again, the more mind-to-muscle connection you're going to facilitate anything with the stroke. We're just trying to get 20 of these. This is moving a lot easier than it had to when I first started working with him. When I first started working with him, he had a lot more tone in his muscles. So that meant it was a lot heavier, a lot stiffer movements. Now it's just gliding very easily.
Well, you don't have no ouches or anything, mister? No ouches or
It's gotta be
or...
tough for the camera.
This is easy.
Oh,
You
okay.
get the one I start booing.
Alright,
No,
now
he
we're doing
don't
our
really.
shoulder horizontal abduction. So basically what this is when you can bring your arm to the side like that and back in. Okay, so we're going to do that on him now. Again, taking it slow and easy at first, taking it back.
Yeah.
There we go.
And so maybe you can talk about also with keeping the shoulder up, maybe even with a strap, if they have their shoulder goes down all the time, what they call is a subluxation.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain about that, or?
What do you mean? Like,
Yeah, it's a separation on the shoulder up
like-
here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so see, that's helping right there because it's strengthening his muscles as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that way, we
Yeah.
tried to keep Mr.'s arm either, was in a sling. He doesn't wear the sling as much. It's just keeping that shoulder up.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So shoulder is not all the way down on the side that you have the stroke on,
Mhm.
pulling the gravity. You want to do a separation of the shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
And we don't want that to
Yep,
happen.
exactly. That's exactly right. Yep. So this improves those strengths in the muscles to help that from happening. Help that from pulling down too far. This is moving really good too today. 16.
How old is it first thing?
What's that?
How old is it first thing?
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
19. And 20. Okay, we're going to do one more thing. We're going to do our shoulder external, internal rotation. So external rotation is pulling your shoulder back like this. Internal is pulling it down like this.
Okay.
So we're going to do that with him too. No, that's fine. You can stay laying down for this.
What is that?
I think I keep hitting like the keys.
Oh.
I think so too, yeah.
I think that's
Okay.
what.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
You see that face Mr. had? See, this is good. It's stretching out the muscles.
Yeah.
He's not in severe pain, guys. Don't.
No, I'm not severe pain.
It's just tight.
They call me Dr. Payne.
Mm-hmm.
Looking really good though.
No pain, no gain.
Did y'all hear what he said, guys? No pain, no gain. So it might seem difficult for you guys, you know, maybe when you're first beginning, but stay with it. That's the key. That's the whole key of all of this, is to stay with it. Don't give up. Who's this
You
coming?
okay?
Yeah.
That's it, okay.
Who's this coming with his tractor?
Oh, what's he gonna do?
He's going.
Good deal. Now I know the flowers are going to get on still, aren't
Yeah,
they?
bad.
It's that time of year, I guess, around here. Alrighty. Alright, so get your chair back up. Now I'm going to stretch out his elbow. Do that elbow flexion and extension.
He's raising his chair up now, guys, if you wonder what's the back of his chair, so he's kind of sitting straight up.
Alright. Alright, good deal. Alright, good right there. Alrighty. I'm going to have to take my keys out or something.
Yeah.
Got different keys today. I've been driving a different truck. My normal Jeep. Its radiator hoses are messed up. I'm going to drive a different car. Oh yeah. You look at that strength right there. He's getting pretty strong on this. Alright, don't let me push you back up, okay?
It's like everybody's coming. I got somebody coming.
Alright, nice. Alright, nice. Yeah, he's greatly improved in his elbow strength since I first started working with him. And biceps and tricep muscles, they're working pretty good. Good deal. Looks really good. And you don't gotta do that every time.
Okay.
I don't know. You got two there or anything?
Sorry, guys. We have neighbors that come up to try to help us with the peaches, but I mowed them down yesterday, and so they were going to come and help. So that's what's going on in the background.
Well,
20. Alright, we'll do one more stretch. We're going to stretch out his wrist real quick.
you
And then we're gonna do that. That's his favorite one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that's it. That's his favorite one. I'm just
Now, do y'all
stretching it back
see
and
what
forth.
he's doing with his wrist now?
You read this one?
Ray, you older, did you?
Yeah.
Like that
Okay,
too?
that's getting a little better.
It's getting a little bit better too. Okay, I'm gonna do your flexion extension first, and then we'll move on to that side to side motion right there. Okay.
Okay, I'm zooming in on his hand, guys, so you can see, if you couldn't see clearly, what he's doing. So this will help you. Also, caregivers can kind of see.
You can just, anybody can perform these same motions right here. Yeah, this is the only job I've had out of college though, and I absolutely love it. And I've had to do internships and work at many places during my college. Had to work at the mental hospital, had to work in 2 different school systems, had to work in an outpatient clinic. Been all over the place, but by far this is my favorite thing I've done with home health. I love it.
Yeah, you gotta like
Love
what
all
you
my
do.
patients. Yep, that's exactly right. You like what you do, you never work.
But
a day
we're
in
your
life.
favorite, aren't we? We were your favorite. Well, y'all, I'm just being, I'm getting him to say that. He loves all of his patients now. Don't, I'm just saying that.
20. Okay, now we're going to go side to side, radial ulnar deviation. Rocking it back and forth gently. Yep, and I'm still in college right now too. I'm doing it online while I'm doing this job. Trying to get my bachelor's in business management right now, and then I guess I'm going to try and go on for my master's in occupational therapy. But I'm going to try and do as much of that online as I can while I'm working here.
So those of you that, you know, go, hey, maybe I want to do that, or I've had a desire to do that. So he's kind of letting you know some avenues that you can.
Oh yeah,
you can
work in many different places doing occupational therapy. You can work in the hospitals, you can do home health like this, you can work in the schools, you can work in the mental hospital, you can work in the prisons, you can work in a bunch of different places. It's a very wide scope of practice. That's one of the reasons why I chose this over physical therapy. I was originally wanting to do physical therapy back when I graduated high school about 2 years ago. But occupational therapy, there's just a lot more places you can work, and I don't know, I just love it. I just love it.
Yeah, you gotta
I
love
fell in love with it. So, very happy with what I do. Very much.
And we're
enjoy
glad
it.
we got you, Seth.
Alrighty, now we're going to do his favorites. This is a left pectoral stretch, so what I'm going to have him do is I'm going to raise his right arm, which is his unaffected arm, out to the side. He's going to look in that direction, and then I'm going to pull his affected arm, his left arm, back. Okay, just like this. And this is stretching out them pectoral muscles, and I'm just giving a 20-second hold.
There at Radford, they have a place called the Dungeon. This is where they learn all the power moves.
Yeah, they take us to a torture chamber.
How to inflict pain
Guys, don't y'all listen to that. Now, he's messing with y'all.
on your patients.
Mm-hmm.
He made A in Dungeon.
Uh-huh.
And then an A in the torture class.
Yeah.
All right.
Thus, Dr. Payne, we're going to get him an A plate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
You want to go again?
Let's go.
Okay, if you need longer break, that's fine. That's perfectly fine.
See, but this is
Alright,
necessary.
bring it
This is the
back.
thing. This is necessary. And Keith's messing with you guys, you know, trying to bring light to some of it. But everything that he's doing and Seth is doing with him is vitally, vitally important. Again, I want to encourage all of you.
Oh,
Alright.
Seth, you want to talk about the band too? Sometimes you use the bands on them.
We're going to use that right after this. So
Okay.
We'll show y'all. Alright.
yeah, let's do one more.
You can take it as long as break as you need. We're not in no
I'm
rush.
ready.
here.
We're not
Let's get
in a
it over
hurry.
with.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Good deal. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Yep, and this is just opening up them pectoral muscles. Normally with a stroke, all them pectoral muscles are all condensed together in there. So what we're doing is just extending them out, putting a stretch on them muscles right now.
Again, this is sending signals now to his brain.
That's exactly right.
You go, well, that don't look like no big deal. It is a big deal. And it's, you know, as much as you can do. And also they say, and probably Seth would cover it, but also to visualize things. You know, visualize you reaching up for a glass in a cabinet. Visualize, you know, whatever it is, whether it's PT or OT, just visualize these things. Don't give up, whatever you do, because that also sends signals. And they go, hey, wait a minute, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So I just encourage you again, please do not give up.
Pushing and pushing. That's exactly right. Okay, well, that's all we're going to do with his affected side today. We're going to work with his unaffected side a little bit just to get some strength back in there.
And that's important because he relies a lot on his right side, you know, to hold things. I mean, now, Keith, or Mr., I call him, was left hand or left side dominant. And so, well, we had a right brain stroke, which affects his left side. So he's having to relearn how to use, like to eat. So he's doing a really good job. So we're strengthening, or Seth is helping him to strengthen that right side as well, because, you know, he's dependent on that right now.
It's important as well. Important doing both. All right, so what I'm going to do first, I'm going to wrap this around his hand, and he's going to do curls. He's going to curl it up and down. We're going to try for about 15 to 20. And these are just little resistance bands we use. He's about at the highest level you can get. I think there's one more level after this. It's a black band that I don't believe we have any at our, I'm pretty sure, at our facility. We might. I'll have to look next time I'm in there. But he's doing really good with this. But our facility is gracious enough to provide us with these, so we don't got to buy these or anything.
I call this my Arnold move.
His Arnold move. Look at him. Look at him. Look at it. Look at it.
To bust out this T-shirt.
I'm telling you.
Hulk Hogan. 19 and 20. All right. Nice job. So that works those elbow flexor muscles, your bicep, and all that. All right, and then we're going to do our rows. So this is just where you're pulling straight back. This works a lot of your back muscles. All right, you ready? Nice job. Shoot for 15 to 20. Halfway. And 20. All right, nice job. All right, would you like me to put your E-stem on?
Yeah.
Shoulder?
Now, what he's getting ready to do now, folks, is what we call the E-stem or electric stem. Now, I purchased this myself, and it's just electrical pads that, you know, if you can, in your budget, if you can get one of these, it helps a lot. You know, it just depends on your budget. But I got this for Mr. So that way, you know, like what he's doing now is putting it on his shoulders. It's
just little pads like this.
Yeah.
They have electrodes in them.
Little,
and they send signals to the muscles.
Yeah, so it works the muscles. So even when Seth is not here, we put the electric stem on, it's working those muscles still. Now, the thing of it is, Mr. likes it so much, I don't know about you guys, he'll put on something on TV, and with that electric stem going, he just falls asleep.
That's the way to do it. That is the way to do it. But yeah, I definitely recommend one of these if you have the budget for it. These are great little things to have. They're portable. You can use them about anywhere. Not only work on your arms, but also work on your legs too. So they're crucial for a PT standpoint as well. Yeah, they're great little things. I definitely recommend them. And he's just
They're great
amping up the electricity.
That's why he likes them so much.
That's exactly right.
That's right, man.
All right, and yep, that's about our typical session.
Now, do you do, I mean, is this kind of like the norm with OT? They also, OT, I'm understanding, it helps you maybe like to try to, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure about this, but like help him maybe if he doesn't know how to put on a shirt.
Exactly. Yep. That's a big part of it too. So especially like when you first have a stroke and everything, a lot of that stuff is new and challenging to you. So even something like putting on a shirt, putting on your pants, putting on socks, brushing your teeth, something like that would be very difficult. So we can make different adaptations, and we can show you ways to make that easier in your normal day-to-day life and become independent in your ADL's activities of daily living.
And that's important, guys, because now when he first started out, as a caregiver, I was doing a lot to help him because like Seth said, it was all new. But now, he can get in there in the mornings, and he is, I guess I call it sponging himself off. He does take showers and stuff like that. But, on a daily basis now, where I was doing it now, Mr. is doing it himself. So there's been a lot of progress. But OT helps with that as well. So, if you're having challenges with that, again, stick with it. It does get easier because Mr. is a prime example of he can do a lot of things that he couldn't do at the very beginning. I'm going to tell you the truth. At the very beginning, he couldn't even move anything. He couldn't move his toes. He couldn't move his fingers. He couldn't do anything. So he's come a long way, and he does this as well. He'll get his arm and do exercises himself and wiggling his fingers before he could not do that. Mm-hmm. I think the first thing in his hand, with Mr.'s hand, to encourage you was his thumb. Now, we wonder sometimes if you've had a stroke, and it's like his was on his left side. It's like, to me, his hands and his arm was closer to the brain than his legs and stuff was. But he began to wiggle his toes. That was the first thing that started moving, And you go, well, why is that? We don't know how the brain works, to be honest with you.
All right, good deal. Yep, and every stroke is different too. So, sometimes the rate of progress will be slower, sometimes it will be faster. It just depends. But like Sheila was saying, just stick with it. Just the best you can. It will get easier. It will get easier.
But Seth, I really appreciate you. We just love you to pieces.
I love y'all too. Y'all are great. Like I said, y'all are the originals. Y'all are my first patients.
We were, and we're glad we got him too. I tell you what, better not change up on us. We love Seth.
And if y'all aren't subscribed to them, what are you doing? Subscribe to them.
Hey, thanks, Seth.
All it takes a click.
Give me a thumbs up.
Yep, give her a thumbs up. Comment on it.
Mm-hmm.
Share it on the socials.
Thank you, Seth. I appreciate that. And I want to let you guys know that also I had a call where I have my, it's www.whatsupyall.com. I don't have a web page, but if you'll punch that in on your computer, it will lead you immediately to the YouTube page, my YouTube channel. Because sometimes, I think there's some other people out there that have What's Up Y'all, and y'all go, I can't find you. Just put in www.whatsupyall.com, and it'll send you straight to the YouTube page. But thank you, Seth. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
We just love you to pieces.
Yep, I love y'all too.
I pick on him a lot, but he's a good guy.
Well, I appreciate that.
And like I said, no pain, no gain. So yeah, it's part of the process.
Mr. Pain.
And it's we call him that, but it's a little bit of discomfort. I don't think it's I could correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's not like a whole lot of pain. It's just the stretching, those muscles that haven't been stretched. And
yeah, there's a difference in kind of a shooting pain, like a stretching pain, and that stretching pain is, what we want. We don't, but if it's like a shooting sharp pain, we don't want that. So
gotcha.
We'll hold off.
All right, guys, let me turn you around to me. There you are. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm definitely putting it up on, trying to get it up today. Today is Thursday, September the 12th. But it doesn't matter what time you're watching this, or even if it's a year from now, if y'all are going through occupational therapy. I just really wanted to share this with you to give you hope and give you encouragement and inspire you to stay with the exercises and everything that you're doing. But I love you, and remember now, I want to tell you that You know how I am with the comments. I try, but I just been so busy. But I do read them. I read every single one of them. I love you guys. You are my friends. Please like and share. It really helps my channel. And I know I'm not putting up videos like I want to. I'm hoping, I told Mr. today, I said, I got to make a pact with myself. I'm going to put up a video every single week. If it's nothing but me like my little statue or something up here and talk about it for 15 minutes. But I'm going to try to get one up every single week. And I don't want y'all to give up on me. I love you. Remember, I love you, but Jesus loves you more. And what? Let's say it. Come on. Some of you newcomers that are with me, you know what I say. And please say it with me. What? What? You're blessed in the city. You're blessed in the field. You're blessed when you come, and you're blessed when you go. In Jesus' name. Until the next videos, guys. Bye, y'all.